What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. Let's go ahead and take a look at XRP. You know what? Let's just go ahead and jump in to the little bit of fundamental analysis that we have to provide, right? So this is coming from Master Student and ARCa trading team member Supercats, right? He is telling us this right here. This actually just got released about 4 hours ago, saying here is from Uphold, right? So here is your XRP report for the week. Instant Bitcoin transfers on XRPL. So what this is saying, guys, is this. So Ripple Executive Chairman Chris Larsen demonstrated instant Bitcoin transfers on XRP Ledger, a game changer for speed and efficiency. How it worked. So Bitcoin transfer initiated via Ripple wallet, XRPL's pathfinding calculated the fastest route. Federated consensus validated and settled instantly. Guys, why it matters is unlike Bitcoin's 10-minute confirmation times, XRPL enables rapid, low-cost multi-currency transactions, showcasing its potential for cross-chain adoption. Guys, I don't know if you guys have ever transferred anything through the Bitcoin network or even the Ethereum network, or ERC20. Those, oftentimes take several minutes for the transactions to happen, right? So this, XRP showing the, through its ledger, the instant transfers is actually a very powerful thing. So this could be something that could reshape the way that Bitcoin transactions work. And how would it work? I mean, is that possible for it to happen? Of course, it is. The community is for Bitcoin is an open source thing, right? So we can just go ahead and put out the potential changes in law for the code, and those things can be implemented or updated as time passes, right? So it's, it really is kind of like for the people type of modifying for Bitcoin. There's no like centralized hub or anything like that, but yeah, so that's currently what's happening here, guys, and that is incredibly bullish for the XRP company, right, guys? So let's go ahead and I want to touch bases on something, right? Just yesterday we were talking about a specific area for us to break out, right? So very, very good stuff for those of you who wanted to take the opportunity on getting long, right? So we actually nailed I'd say about 80% of the targets that we wanted towards the upside. And we spoke about the breaking of these two particular nodes, right? We wanted to break above this one here and this one here, and we absolutely did, right? We got that break out of those both. And now we are in the process of getting ourselves validated, right? We want to make sure that we can validate these, this area here first, right? I would say a viable support. And once that's confirmed here, we'll be able to break towards the upside here as soon as we have some validations in. Okay, guys. The important thing is that we don't get some daily closures to close clean below this area here, right? If we get those closures to close, as a daily time frame below this area here, that wouldn't be the best thing in the world. But let's go ahead and take a look at the next thing, guys. You know what? I gotta express something here to you guys. This is actually a really exciting time, guys, because the struggles that I've been going through here in trying to get this thing to officially get funded. But guess what, guys? It actually happened. This is the Kraken account that I will be trading, right, guys? So this is live as we speak right now. So this is now, just like I said, right, for the algorithm that's actually turning a 10 grand entry into $80,000 in 2 months, right? So that is the algorithm right over here. This is the alpha, right? This is alpha 1, man. So this is going to be available to you maybe for the last time tonight. Okay, guys. So I'm just putting it out there, man. I'm just putting it out there that this is literally what's happening right now, guys. I'm going to make this happen with live cash, and I'm cataloging every single step of the way. Okay, guys. So make sure that you click on that link on top, because this may be the last night that I ever mention it. Okay. So if it does start returning what I'm thinking, guys, it's over. Okay, guys. So this is yours. Make sure to get it for that low cost up there, because it'll never ever appear again if this thing starts to display what I think it has, guys. And I'm literally going to put cash on that, guys. I'm going to put money on that, and we're going to figure this out. We're going to figure it out tonight. All right, guys. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at XRP's price action and continuation, because yesterday we spoke about the breaking of this triangle here, which was also displayed through Bitcoin's behavior, right, guys? So this is Bitcoin's lines triangle here on the 4-hour time frame, and this is I guess we can even show it on the 4-hour time frame here too, right? So this is XRP's 4-hour time frame triangle, right? We have striking similarities here. Now what I wanted to show you here is this, right? So we had this trend line here that we drew, saying that we would go up towards this target here and likely experience a pullback from there to get ourselves some support at a local support before continuing to the upside, right? So you know what? Why don't we change these candles here into a line chart and see how that goes against the line that we drew? And there it is, right? So magically enough, the line that we spoke of, right, getting the resistance at the top side of $2.5255 actually happened, and we then got this retracement from that target, right, guys? Of course, I'm not here to predict the damn markets, guys. That's not me. What I do here is practice mathematics. I use a bit of physics against statistics, and with a little bit of touch of psychology and some wit, right, guys? So that's what we're doing here. If you are, remember, guys, that if I am a trading instructor, okay? So remember, that is still available to you. Make sure to get in touch with me at arcmasterscourse@gmail.com. It is not too late. The course has already started, of course, but they are filmed so that you can go ahead and refer back to them. So I'll get you started in the first 2 videos, right? Make sure to come back in. So there's going to be, I got advanced students. I have also, the one that I'm talking to you about here is actually for the beginners charting and trading mentorship. Okay, guys? So arcmasterscourse@gmail.com. The information is actually in the description below, and get yourselves the syllabus and disclaimer, and let's get started. Okay, guys? Let's make sure to make a difference in our portfolios like we asked, or like we said we were going to do for the New Year's resolution. Okay, guys? So what is happening to price action right now, guys? So what I'm telling you here is that we're getting rejective price action at this point, right, guys? This is that shelf or the node that we're sitting in within volume. So as long as we are above this area here, right, and now we're starting to validate, this is going to look extremely powerful for XRP. Now, another thing is that even Bitcoin here, it's showing some support from the current area where it's sitting, right, guys? We spoke about this. We spoke about trying to get the break out of the triangle and then starting to, start to create this support bound. Now, if I take you to XRP here, there is a curious formation being built right now, and one that I spoke to the team on, the private Discord, which, by the way, that link is also down there. I spoke to them about this formation being formed, right? And now what is that? Well, there is what looks like, and it's not validated yet, of course, right? But there's a shoulder here, right? There's a head here and a potential shoulder here somewhere as well, right? Again, not validated, right? Because this, whatever's cheap here could always get cheaper. Okay, guys? So I'm just saying that there is a presence of what could be a bullish buy formation breakout, right? So that's something that you're not going to hear in the stock or currency trading world or crypto. It's coined by me, guys. So just know that if you hear it somewhere else, your boy ARCa Bulls ARCa created it, right? So here we go. If there is a potential of this inverse head and shoulders being built, then there is a regression to kind of follow, right? There is a regression to find the neckline on this to give us the implied or the objective, right? So the price action objective on this would actually be using a trend line like this, right? So from the center of the neckline all the way to the lowest point of the head, and then we apply it, of course, to the top end. So let's go ahead and just do this. So this is the top end where we apply it, guys, and it's the target here is around 278, 277, right? So that's not a target that's unfamiliar to us. We've been talking about that 272, 266, 267 for the last few days. Okay, guys? So that is presently now what a second formation is suggesting for us to go. The top side target from the triangle here would be about 266. Okay, so then now gives us naturally a range, right? So 266 to about 278 could be the price action's upward momentum in the shorter time frame. Okay, guys? So it depends really on how we're doing against this area here, right? We got to validate this area here as support in order for us to continue towards that upside. Okay, guys? That high volume node. Now remember that the way that I found out this node was sitting there was through the daily and 12-hour time frame of the XRP total cap. This is the chart right here, guys. We're currently sitting at about 136.54 billion, and when we reached that top side, check it out, we went up to 146, guys. So that was about $10 billion in this drop right here. So that allows for some bulls to consider entry at a discount. Okay, guys, so this is looking okay. I do think that XRP is getting ready here alongside Bitcoin to continue to the upside. But how can we mitigate that? How can we validate that there could be one or the other? Well, let's use, like we always do, right? Volatility in linear here versus stochastic momentum. Now, remember, use this as your per se acceleration, right, or deceleration. So as long as we say, for example, this, right, as long as we're contracting like this in volatility, that means that you're decelerating, right? You're actually noticing that there are less participants in the market buying and or selling. Okay, so as we move, towards the upside in volatility like this, specifically breaking from areas like this right here, right from the critical percent, this would be critical contraction, meaning that we're breaking critical contraction into an expansion phase, meaning that we're accelerating. Now, how do we know that we're accelerating towards the right direction, though? Because this is direction neutral. Volatility is direction neutral. We use stochastic momentum. Look at stochastic momentum right now. 10-minute time frame pivoting towards the upside with acceleration. So that, likely means that in the 10-minute time frame, immediate short term, sure, I get it, but it means that we are now on the path to the upside from a critical contractive state. Okay, guys, so now the 5-minute time frame should also be representing that, right? Here we go. Volatility break. We have upside bias on the stochastic momentum indicator. Let's see the 15-minute time frame and use the domino effect to use the cascading of time, right? So now the 10-minute into the 15-minute time frame, which just started just a little over a minute ago, is now showing a break of critical contraction with an upside bias. Of course, what I'm talking about, we're accelerating here, and also the upside bias on stochastic momentum. So this is looking good. Now, why is it red though? Well, remember, 60 to 70% of the time you'll get a 30 to 50% prior bar pullback, and that's currently what's happening. You get the open of the next bar, come back down, validate at around 235.93. This could be a zone for this to continue towards an upside. Here you go. That area there usually rejects into an upside bias, right? If it does have resistance to go, that means that we have probably a 30-minute time frame closing or reopening. Okay, there we go. The 30-minute time frame, like we just said, just opened, and this is also experiencing its 50% prior bar pullback. Okay, guys, so here, usually an area for us to experience little bounces, but what else closed? Well, it looks like the hourly time frame still has some way to go, and it's already at its 50%, right? So likely here's some short-term upside coming back in a decompression zone. Okay, so now the bi-hourly time frame introduces something silly here. Let's see what else we have closing. Actually, the 3-hour time frame is closing. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the 4-hour time frame still has 227, and the 6-hour time frame is closing. Okay, guys, here we go. When this reaches at about 20 minutes or 15 minutes to the close of this 6-hour bar, you're going to start getting a decompression on this, right? So likely right now the time is 9:32 p.m. Pacific time. This would start decompressing here when it starts reaching 20 to 15 minutes, right? And likely the 50% of this range would be a resistance somewhere in this area here, 238.13 to about, I'm going to just go ahead and say 238.13 to just about 239.15 in the immediate short term. This is going to be able to give us either the thrust that we need from the immediate short term time frame to start cascading into the larger times or not, right? So we have to just go ahead and see how price action reacts, right, guys? So just to kind of put it out to you, right? Here it is, right? That was a 10-minute time frame, 50% prior bar pullback. Now we're decompressing towards the upside. That's typical for price action to do. Okay, guys, learn it from me. Make sure to get your butts inside of that, inside of the trading mentorship. Okay, guys. So let's go ahead and now look at volatility continuing into the other time frames. Now that you can understand what I look at, right? Those are immediate short-term time frame fluctuations. What I want here is to look at the larger ones to see where you guys want price to go. Of course, I can do that. All right. So let's go ahead and now take a look at this. So from the 30-minute time frame, yeah, we're getting a little bit of a shift here, potential shift towards the upside with expansion here, looking pretty damn good. Another thing to kind of look at here is that we kind of had a decline in volume. Look at the volume here, right? We declined in volume during that downside, which means that the sell side conviction is not so strong anymore, right? Granted, yes, we're going into a support here, which usually happens with volume, right? But you tend to want to see when you're dropping like this in price, you want to kind of see increasing volume for the shorts to officially take over. In this case, look at this. From the very top side, we've been declining. So Fair enough. So let's go ahead and now look at the continuation of volatility. Hourly time frame still on downside pivot. So that means that I think that we would get enough upside here that's worth about 30, I would say about an hour's worth of upside from the opening of that new hourly bar. So let's just wait for the 236 or maybe wherever the new hourly bar opens, even if it's at 235, all good. That would give us about 4.5 cents towards the upside, right? So that'll put us just at about, let's see. Here's where magic happens, right? All right, so current ATR top on an hourly time frame 241, and the secondary one would be 239. What did we just say about resistance, guys? We said that we would go into where? Here we go. 238 to 239. Discretion meets statistics, right, guys? Psychology meets a little bit. That's that whole hint that I gave you guys. So make sure to hit that ATW, man. If you are watching this video all the way to this point, I know they're long, but this is for a reason, guys. I want you guys to be able to learn how price action works in the immediate short term and how it cascades into the larger term so that you can make conscious decisions and educated choices here for yourself and for your families, right, guys? So very good. Now, I guess if we can just see the continuation of the downside here, I would say that we have just about, let's see, maybe, yeah, but it looks like it's about 8 hours worth of downside. So if we have 8 hours worth of downside from the opening of the 8-hour bar, which was up here at 239.78, 240-ish, tells us that we have about 17 cents of decline, which means that we would get a current ATR low of about 221, and 221 to the downside. That's significant. So we would have to see what it is in price action that can stop us from getting to 221. So 221 is located down here, right? So we'll just go ahead and post a line right there, right here, right? So what would stop price action from getting to that level, right? So this is, we have to be super creative here. We have to use the larger term, right? So actually it's a pretty damn good support, that 221. So if there's a possibility for us to do that, so be it. That's going to be an incredible opportunity for price action and continuation of this asset. Okay, guys, this is looking really good. So let me see the 8-hour time frame. All right, let's see what we have here as far as support bounds. I want to see what it's like against the 221, which is right over here, right? I want to just clean up the price action. Okay, so yeah, there looks like 232 support, and it looks like another area down here, right here. It's completely in concert with the low of the trend here. So yeah, you know what? 227 to about 232.24 could be an area that we can experience some support bounds, right, guys? So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and note it here. 221, of course, could be the lower bound too. So yeah, 227, guys. I think 227 to just about that 234.01. Let's kind of, or 232.01, whatever that was. I think it's split in the middle now. So yeah, let's kind of watch out for these targets here, guys, and see if we can't get ourselves some support bounds to break to the upside here. Because it looks like, it looks like now we're starting to kind of recover here. It's not ongoing towards the downside. We're starting to get some pullback here, right? Upside. So this is good stuff. This is natural from when we're at support. All right, guys, so I think this is a pretty good place to leave off. If any questions or concerns, you know where to reach at me, and you know now to get that algorithm, guys, or else it's just going to be completely gone, and you'll never hear from me again with that algorithm, okay, guys? But yes, very good stuff. All right, team, thank you so much, and we will speak very, 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 very soon. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever, 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 ever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very, very good rest of your night and or day, and I will catch you at the bell on Monday. Adios.